Hi, my name is Jennifer Henderson. I am the Program Director of CASA of Cumberland, Gloucester, and Salem counties.
Hello, my name is Arthur Horn. I'm the board president for CASA of CGS.
I met Arthur about 7 years ago. It's been about 7 years now. I was a student at Cumberland County College, and I had taken one of his courses. And he had said that there was a friend of his that he would like me to meet. She was an attorney, and he knew I was interested in law. So immediately into an associate's degree, I took it for granted and thought I was going to be offered a job. So I went to what I thought was an interview, and instead I walked into a room full of people at a diner, and they were from all walks of life, all ages, all professions. And I remember telling my sons that I would never say no to any opportunity. So I sat down and listened. And I'm really glad I did, because it was a volunteer opportunity to provide a voice for children in court. So you want to talk about what our volunteers do?
So our volunteers are the voice for the children that's in foster care in the court system. So one of the things that is important is that when we talk about foster care, we talk about the court system. Most of the time, our young people do not have someone advocating on their behalf. So our volunteers are not only are young people superheroes, but also CASA superheroes, because they definitely do a lot of work outside of just going to see the child. They see the child, they do court reports.
Yeah. They're visiting the children at least once a month. They do prepare the court reports that the judges read, defense attorneys read. They cover things that children need that really aren't being addressed in court prior to that, services that may make a difference that maybe the division wasn't aware of. But most importantly, a CASA advocate provides a consistent presence in a child's life. I think that's what we need to express the most, is that if you think that you don't possess the education to become a volunteer for children in court, if you think that you don't have the life experience to become a volunteer, none of that's true. You just really have to care and want to help children and know that someone needs to be in their corner saying that you believe in them and their dreams to help make them come true. I think that's what I've learned out of this experience, and I've learned a lot throughout the years, and I think most important is that, children need consistency, and to have someone really believe in them despite, if they push back a little bit, they actually truly care. I think that's what a CASA volunteer really does. But we're wrapping up our month of October, so we're just going to cover a few things that we did this month, and then we'll tell you what's looking ahead.
Well, currently we have 11 volunteers in our present training, so that's exciting.
That is very exciting. And we have another training class coming up in January. We also have a new advocate coordinator, Tiffany Davis. She joined us just this month. Actually the very end of September, she joined us. And she is our Cumberland County advocate coordinator. I can't say enough great things about her. She comes to us with a lot of experience. Arthur actually knows her and would like to say some things.
Yeah, she's a hard worker. She's very personable. She's like Miss Jennifer, like if you don't know if you don't know the question or the answer, she can find out both. She's resourceful. And like Jennifer said earlier about if you don't believe you have the skills, don't worry about that. Jennifer is great. She gonna make sure you get it. I'm on every email, every post. So whatever information you need, we will provide it to you, not only through the initial training, but it's continuous training to allow you to be comfortable. Yeah. And the other thing that I have to mention is that we love our volunteers.
Thank you.
And some of the greatest parties are given, especially this year we had a party at the summer ending at the lake, which was beautiful. So come join us at the lake for next summer.
That was really fun. I was really glad, and I think that our volunteers had a chance to see what a family type atmosphere we have. And while we are very family oriented and family based, we're a very forgiving organization because we're learning, and just like child welfare and just social welfare in general, it's it's a very fluid environment. You can't ever fit anything in one box. So we try to understand that with policies and things like that. I mean, we have the structure that is needed, but we also love each other, and we need to make sure that if you join our team, you are supported like crazy. We have an incredible staff. Tiffany in Cumberland County, Kara in Salem, Michelle who's in Gloucester. We have our intake as Julia, and our social media managers, Hillary. We have a fantastic team, so there's always someone here. And not to mention, our volunteers who have been with us for many years are always there to help too. I don't have all the answers. I have tons of questions, but we try to help each other out the best way possible. And I think it's an environment that you will see a huge amount of change come out of, and I think it's worth joining. We also had the Life is Here Church. They donated 10 duffel bags, filled duffel bags, and they are currently making 80 more, which is phenomenal.
So thank you for the bags, and we always need those bags for our young people, because some people don't know when a young child is taken out of the home for whatever reason, they might leave with a trash bag. And we want our young people that's going through transition to do it with some dignity. So thank you to the church for that.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. I think that's one of the most helpful items to bring when you first meet a child. It's not like an open meeting. I mean, the first time you meet a child is the first time you've ever met this person. It's the first time they've ever met you. So when a volunteer is bringing the duffel bag, it's filled with goodies. So it's not like saying, hey, this is to replace a trash bag. This is saying, hey, this is for you. This is yours and yours alone. And I think that it's such an incredible thing to see our community come together and make sure that the kids have that. It also kind of breaks the ice a little bit. So there may be journals inside of it, a blanket, toiletries, and that child's always going to have that bag with them, and each child receives their own. So I'm really proud of our community for coming together and supporting that cause. Speaking of the community, we have the Hope Loft Community Resource Fair that CASA is taking part in. It's on November 12th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Hope Loft, which is 40 East Commerce Street in Bridgeton. And we are hoping to have a lot of community resources come together. There's already quite a few signed up. You want to talk about the resources a little bit, how important it is for the community members to have access to these? I mean, they may not know about them before.
So one of the things that why people may get frustrated or stressed is because we don't know what resources we have. Yeah. Even though we're considered the 21st county in Cumberland, and Salem is usually around the 20th, Gloucester around 18th, 17th, 18th. We have a lot of resources out here for the community where people can benefit, people can grow, and people can establish some of the things they want to establish. So this resource fair is going to be a great event. Yeah. I know it is going to be great because Miss Jennifer is going to make it great. Hopefully. So we hope to see you there, or if you are an agency in the community, we would love to have you as part of this fair.
Yeah, we're still accepting vendors for spots. I know there's some, where I've been doing this, and I know you've been doing it way longer than me, but not way longer. But man, you know what I mean.
To hit me in
you know what I mean. Your experience, a little more experience. But I only have 7 years under my belt. You only have 8. It's okay. But we, there's just so many that I haven't even, heard about before, and now they're coming on board. I'm excited to share these resources with the community. Most importantly, I'm doing it a little selfishly. I'm doing it to share the resources with our volunteers who really need to know about the resources so they can advocate for children and their families who need these resources. But this community resource fair is open to the public. So if you're looking for a family member or even yourself and you want to just explore to see what's out there, that's so important to come in and learn what's around you, what's in your town. So that way you can just spread the word too, because you just never know who may need help. There's also a bake sale at the Hope Loft Community Resource Fair, and the donations and proceeds from that will go to the CASA Give a Child Hope Fund, which helps provide essentials for children outside of court, special little things like books, shoes, clothing that they may need that we just really don't need to get the court involved in. But aside from that, so November 12th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And please, if you know of anyone who could be a volunteer or you would like to be one, the next training is in January.
And if you still a little uneasy about volunteering at that level, we always have volunteer opportunities.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming up, Thanksgiving
yeah.
coming up, so usually Christmas is a big effort to wrap gifts.
Yeah.
I was here last year, so we need more hands on deck if you know how to wrap or even put them in a gift bag.
Yeah.
We'll take it. And what we guarantee, if you come in the midst of just volunteering at that level, we're gonna get you at
Yeah.
the advocate level for a CASA child. So come on out, hang with us, and learn.
I agree, and there are different positions open up for volunteering. I mean, just getting to know. I mean, I didn't really start as a volunteer on a case. I started working with blogging and things like that to speak out about child abuse. So if you think of something, I'd be definitely interested in hearing it. Our lines are always open. The office number is 856-521-0734. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer, please visit our website at wespeakupforchildren.org.
And men, don't be shy. We need you too.
Yes.